Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Stayner Arena for Stayner Minor Lacrosse's Pink in the Rink event. This is a huge cancer fundraiser. We've got two amazing minor lacrosse games headed your way. Mitch Brock is with me here doing play-by-play. My name is Jim Lowe. Mitch, why don't you tell us a little bit about what's happening here in Stayner?
Well, this evening, Pink in the Rink is back. After a 2-year hiatus, we're back here at the Stayner Arena. Tonight we'll feature a double header, a little bit of a change up. Normally it's just the U22s doing the Pink in the Rink, but this year the U22s have decided to bring in the U13s. So
what a great decision that was. We were just watching the U13s warm up, Mitch. By cancer with a loved one, friend, and to be able to give those young players, the future of the game, the opportunity to be part of the marquee event in our area, really, for lacrosse fundraisers is just great. So, I can't credit Stayner Lacrosse enough, the Hitmen organization, for expanding this event.
It's going to be a great evening. Little bit of a twist, though, between the games. They've got a parent skills competition.
Parent skills competition?
Not a kids competition. It's going to be the parents putting their stuff on the floor.
That may be the highlight of the night.
We might have a turn of events there.
One of the interesting things in lacrosse is you've got parents who, on almost every team, you've got one or two parents who have played at a super high level. You might have an NLL player in the mix, and then you got parents who can't even hold the stick right. So could be a really interesting event.
I'm waiting to see who competes in the flip-flop marathon.
It won't be me, I can tell you that. So, but then how about our main event, the U22 game? We've got two U22B teams, Stayner Hitmen taking on the Brampton Excelsiors, one of the legendary franchises in junior lacrosse. And these two teams are very evenly ranked. It's going to be an interesting matchup. Who do you think is going to win that one?
Jim, it wasn't too long ago, back in my days playing for Stayner, where Brampton wouldn't even come and play us. So to have them here this evening, that tells you how far we've come since 2001. Looks like we're going to get right to the action. We've got the starting lineups coming out.
Tonight's first game will be taking place between the U13 Stayner Hitmen and the U13 Orangeville Northmen. And let's meet tonight's players for the visiting U13 Orangeville Northmen. Goalie number 30, Ben Nichols. Number 9, Charlie Mills. Number 12, Jaden Cutting. Number 16, Landon Kyle. Number 17, Veronica George. Number 20, Lincoln Stager. Number 21, Colby Clark. Number 22, Max Weber. Number 24, Brody Comey. Number 26, Lucas Cesek. Number 33, Malik George. Number 44, Samuel Reed. And the coaching staff for the U13 Orangeville Northmen, head coach Paul Faulkner. Assistant coach Malcolm Young. Assistant coach Paul Comey. Trainer Jeff Stager. And team manager Ashley Stager. And fans, let's meet tonight's roster for your U13 Stayner Hitmen. Starting in net, number 31, Evan Brock. Number 2, Phoenix Hockley. Number 5, Lincoln Buddha. Number 10, Lane Vanderhoff. Number 16, Carson Coker. Number 17, Liam Oliveri. Number 18, Parker Marcilla. Number 20, Ethan Kerr. Number 21, Merrick Coker. Number 22, Lincoln Wisniak. Number 27, Chase Lavalley. Number 55, Owen Bernardino. Number 62, Emmett Grass. Number 88, Hudson Cranston. Number 96, James Henry. And number 98, Lincoln Cuddy. The coaching staff for your Stainer U13 Hitmen. Head coach, Dan Smith. Assistant coach, Adam Stecklow. Trainer, Rob Kerr. And manager, Kyle Coker. One more time for your U13 Stainer Hitmen. The referees for the U13 game tonight will be Darren McLean and Trent Liesel. Tonight's scorekeeper will be Bailey Boylo. Timekeeper, Sawyer Hughes. And tonight's broadcaster is Joe Montesano of Fedora Films. One more time for everybody helping us out here tonight, guys. We'd now like to welcome our anthem singer, Jennifer Turkausch, to sing the national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true note strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Ladies and gentlemen, your anthem singer, Jennifer Turkausch. We'd now like to welcome out the captains for the ceremonial face-off, and joining them will be the Clearview Township Mayor, Doug Measures, and Stainer Minor Lacrosse President, Michelle Boylo. lacrosse president Michelle Boilo.
All right, we're ready to go here. The ceremonial face-off. The mayor's in the building.
What an amazing way to start the night off. You can feel the adrenaline in this arena. These young guys coming out to cheers, a great announcer, an amazing anthem singer, and as you pointed out, even the balls tonight are pink. The attention to detail, Mitch, is just amazing.
Well, what caught me was when we had the ball boys out on Sunday at the Crusher game, they were already done into the pink. The sticks, the helmets, the tape, they were already ready to go on Sunday.
Well, as I said, the decision by the Stainer Hitmen to expand this incredible fundraiser to one of their up-and-coming teams was such a great one. And these boys and girls and their parents must be so proud to be part of this.
Oh, it's going to be a great evening. We're lucky to be here.
Now, you mentioned Brampton when you were a younger player, but also Orangeville. This is the Orangeville 2 team, but Orangeville, another legendary lacrosse center. For them to come up is a great sign of respect to the Stainer Hitman organization and the importance of this fundraiser.
Well, all I can say is I got my proof right down there. So Mr. Beasel's going to put the ball in here. You'll recognize that name if you're a lacrosse fan. His father, Brian, longtime NLL player. And on the draw, we have Stainer with possession. It's at 96, Henry. Henry's into 55, Bernardino. Bernardino letting one rip early. We have no shot clocks. I just realized there's no shot clocks. So, we have our first goal. Bernardino puts it over.
Shot clock or no, that was a pretty goal.
Goal scorer looks like it'll be 88, Hudson Cranston with his first of the evening.
A great start for the Hitmen. 3 quick shots. Third one tucked in over the Orangeville goalie's shoulder. It's 1-0 Stainer.
It looks like it might be a long night for Orangeville in this one. They've got a short bench of the Stainer full roster, so expect Stainer to be fresh for a long period. Off the draw again, we've got Crushers fighting for possession. At 44, Samuel Reed for the Orangeville battling in there. Kerr picks it up on the loose ball.
Kerr's a big kid, was right on that loose ball.
And 44 again for Orangeville. Reed, he'll pick it up and bring it up the floor.
Hitmen content to play a half-court game here.
Oh, with the extra bodies, there's no need to. Let them run themselves out. Orangeville on the setup, they work it down low. Back into the middle, comes across, pulls it back, takes it to the top. Back down low, works the pick and roll. Orangeville working the ball around here, getting everybody into the game nice and early. They're looking for that big shooter up top by the looks of it. Orangeville with the shot wide. Again, no shot clock, so I guess we're playing old school tonight,
yeah,
Jim.
I mean, it's you. The referee's addressing the situation now. Now, the thing is, I didn't see any possession that was longer than 30 seconds there, so
No.
They'll obviously get this sorted out, but so far it hasn't impacted the game.
So a little bit of confusion here on the floor. Not sure what's going on here.
So while they sort it out, as we've mentioned, this fundraiser is for the Regional Cancer Society, and we got a lot going on, including auctioning off some of those amazing pink jerseys. The parent skill competition, which you and I are pumped for. I noticed that some of the senior B team players, the Clearview Crushers, are here. They're doing a T-shirt toss later.
Yes, so
great to see support for minor lacrosse from senior B's newest team. Just had the first ever playoff game in our area the other night.
Yeah, it was great. It was great to see the fans at home. Little later than we anticipated, but things happen for a reason, and now we're a playoff team. So
Well, it's so exciting to have Senior B lacrosse back in our area. It's been a long, long time. And I know with minor organizations like the Stainer Hitmen, the Barrie Bombers, the Midland Titans, they will come out and support that Senior B team.
We've
it's
got
a
a
good
lot
time for lacrosse.
We've
in
got a
Zone
lot
4.
of love out of TNT as well.
So the officials still sorting out the shot clock issue. The timekeepers are explaining the issue to both the coaches, so I'm not sure whether the clocks just aren't working or if they're slow loading up. These are two experienced officials, Darren McLean and Trent Beasel. They can run a count
there
without
we go.
the clocks. So.
There, we got one. They must have been unplugged. So we got one at least.
So we're back in action with the Stainer Hitmen Pink in the Rink event here. U13 Stainer Hitmen versus the Orangeville Northmen. 1-0 Stainer, 12:34 to go in the first.
That's Coker bringing it up the floor. He's trying to work it down low. That's up top to number 22, who's not listed on our roster.
Last minute substitute.
It must be, I'm guessing, one of our call-ups.
Oh, what a snipe, Mitch.
Mr. Coker dialing in from long distance. I hope his father approves and has a good long distance playing because he's going to need it.
Man, I can't believe that Coker kid's U13. He shoots like a grown man.
He's got some time in on that stick, that's for sure.
Whew.
I know Coker himself, he spent a lot of time out with our paperweights and our little shooters this year. He's putting in a lot of that extra time.
I've seen junior players who can't shoot with that kind of timing.
We got Salmons bringing it down. He's a new member of the Edge lacrosse program. It's nice to see Stainer kids moving up the ranks.
Oh,
Vander Valk,
perhaps a bit of a
another
missed call there.
another strong player at U13. Another guy that goes two ways, plays Barrie Field. Jim, I'm sure you'll be familiar with him.
Yeah, and that was a strong. Barrie U13 field team was very strong this year, getting support from players from Stainer, Innisfil, and Aurelia.
So we got Orangeville turning it over. Stainer taking possession deep in their zone. 4 minutes into the first period here. We have Stainer up 2-0. Vander Valk holds it for Stainer. He's got somebody open down low, but he's choosing to hold on to it. They're getting set up. Sets a pick for him. That's a lovely pick, Love Valley. Trying to work it down low.
Bit of interference there. Referee's right on that.
So it
Both
looks
shot
like,
clocks
it
now
looks like
seem
they
to be
must have been
whirling.
unplugged, Jim.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
big save there by the Orangeville keeper, Nichols. Orangeville's going to need him to come up big tonight to keep them in this.
yeah, Hitman absolutely dominating the play.
Oh, we got some lovely contact up at the top by Clark for Orangeville.
Refs seem to be letting a lot of off-ball interference go.
That's Stagger bringing it up for the Northman. He fires a shot on goal that Eben Croft easily steers aside. Vander Valk with the ball, bringing it up for Stainer once again. Got to catch myself every now and Jim. I want to call them Clearview. Stainer shot wide. That's Bernardino. Stainer controls the play. Vander Valk at the top of the house. Loses it. It's in his feet. Recovered by Stainer. Rolling off the check. And a shot clock violation. We're going to have an Orangeville possession here.
Lincoln Stager for Orangeville with some heavy, heavy checks out there. Love seeing the pink tape on Lincoln's helmet supporting the Cancer Foundation.
The stripes definitely make them faster. Orangeville works it into the middle. That's a shot over the head of Eben Croft.
Biggest story early on, Mitch, is Orangeville keeps on rushing their shots. They're not getting any significant possession time in the Stainer end.
Oh, we're going to have a penalty here coming up on Orangeville. Stainer with possession. Shot on the post.
Right off the post.
We're going to have our first penalty of the evening, and it's going to be a high sticking going to Orangeville.
So that was Hudson Cranston who put that off the post. He, of course, scored the first goal for Stainer. Now, because this is U13, for anyone watching at home, it is running time throughout the first 2 periods and up to the last 3 minutes of the third period, unless the spread is more than 5 goals.
Yeah, it should be a good evening.
So what do you know about the Hitmen's power play?
Well, I expect you'll probably see a little bit of trickery here by the looks of it. Little last-minute setup, sneaking the guys behind the net. It's reminiscent of played on the reserve there, Jim.
We've had that play run against us before.
So it looks like they're just running a Vandervalk at the top. You got Cranston down low. So I imagine you're looking for the Cranston or Vandervalk shot coming off the power side. Looks like they're running a very balanced power play.
Bit surprised that there wasn't more of a forecheck there with the extra man.
I don't think they're so much as a forechecking team. Yeah. If I know Coach Dan well enough, he likes to play a little conservative to start that game. He wants to kind of bait you into it.
Beautiful pass.
Henry with a lovely shot, but
save.
Nichols with a bigger save. Nichols hands it off. Orangeville bringing it up the floor. He's got
Samuel Reed, another Orangeville player with the pink tape. Love to see it.
That's down low to Mills. Mills gets absolutely crushed by Cranston. Cranston apparently plays defense too, Jim. Vandervalk.
Cranston definitely the impact player of the game so far. We got a great close-up view of that one.
Oh yeah, he definitely felt some lumber on that one. Hopefully he's all right. We don't want to see anybody go down. Wide open on the crease and
absolutely textbook.
Number 20, Ethan Kerr, absolutely buries that one. No mistake about that one, Jim.
No
left
chance
all alone.
at all for the
left
goalie.
all alone out there.
But great ball movement. They put the ball down low, sucked the 2 defenders over. Quick pass, quick stick. As a coach, I love that. That is an execution of what they drew up.
I know Coach Dan. He runs a tight ship, and these boys put the time in.
Well, Coach Dan's got to be pleased with that because that was textbook.
I mean, they're 13-10 on the year. So
Too many Orangeville men on the floor. 6 black. Be interested. Oh, referees
big
didn't
hit
detect
there.
it in
Big
time.
hit there by number 11, Phoenix Salmons. Just laying the shoulder to his opponent. He's got the pink head. He had that out with us on Sunday as our ball boy. We got Vandervalk working up to the middle. He's got a couple of guys wide open down low.
You really need someone in that situation to come over and set a pick just to give him that little extra space to hit one of the free men, though.
It would be wise to get a little bit of pick and roll action going. Stainer with possession up top. Little stick swinging going on. 17 Olivieri. I got it. So we've got Orangeville possession, bringing it up the floor. 3-0 game here. 4 3/4 to go in the first period. Orangeville moving it around, working it. Looking for that shot from up top. Shot inside to Eben Croft, easily handled. Eben hasn't had to do much work tonight.
Oh, we got a little extracurricular.
Oh,
here,
we got a
Mitch.
little extracurricular. Little pushing and shoving getting going here.
Yeah, and it looks like Stainer might be headed to the box.
It looks like
I think
both are going.
Liam Olivieri
And Buddha.
and Lincoln Stagger.
And Buddha as well. for that extra shot there.
Yeah, there was an initial call on the Hitmen. And then the fun and games after the whistle sent 2 more to the box.
So, be interesting to see what happens here. I imagine it'll
But
be
you know,
a 5-on-4.
you got tough guys at U13. They know they're on Fedora Films, being broadcast all over the world. They're trying to get their moment on camera.
Hey, I guess you're never too young to be spotted, especially in the world we live in now.
I can tell you, though, you can be too old to be spotted. So.
Oh, yes, that's definitely a for sure.
So our first look at the Orangeville power play here, they're really going to have to focus on ball possession. Their struggles during the first period have all been about turnovers and 2 quick forced shots in the offensive end.
Well, they should have lots of real estate out there. It looks like it's going to be a 4-on-3 situation, with Stainer picking up 6 minutes in that altercation and Orangeville picking up 2. So we're going to have a 4-on-3 for 2 minutes, and then we'll go to 5-on-4 for 2 minutes, just to make it interesting. 44 Reed working it around. He's working with Clark. Clark dumps it off, dumps it into the low. Reed up top, has that lane, passes it off. Oh, and number 9, Charlie Mills, picks the corner from the low side. Finally beating Evan Croft this afternoon.
The key to that goal was ball movement. You know, you had parents bizarrely shouting, shoot, shoot, early in the shot clock. The young Orangeville players were smart. They moved that ball until they got the opening. Quick shot, and suddenly they are in this.
Well, Mills picked a good corner on that one. Just
that was a beautiful shot.
The second he let it go, you knew it was a goal. So that'll neglect 2 minutes on the 4-minute penalty.
So we'll be 4-on-3 for a little over 3 minutes. We'll be 4-on-3 for a minute and a bit, and then 5-on-4.
For I guess the minute and a quarter that'll be left.
Mm-hmm.
The minute and a quarter that'll be left on the.
They're releasing an Stainer player, but I don't think that's right. The initial call was the checking from behind, so the first 2 minutes of the checking from behind penalty is wiped out. That player will still have another 2 to serve, and the player on the coincidental will have a minute 16 to serve.
That should be the situation. I think the referees are working to get it sorted out here. Now this clock, I can tell you, this clock in Stainer is not user-friendly.
That's the story in so many of the older arenas, but there's character here. This arena's got history and soul.
Well, to give a little bit of love to our co-tenants in the arena, the Siskins will be celebrating their 50th year this year.
That's amazing. And the role that the Siskins play in the spirit of the local community is just amazing. And I'll tell you, Stainer and all of Clearview is a great sports area that when they get behind teams, they get behind teams.
We even got some of our U15s here running around.
Awesome
They'll
to see.
They'll be taking part in the T-shirt toss happening later with some of the Senior B guys.
So we've got all the clock issues sorted out. 3:41 to go here in the first period of Game 1 in pink in the rink. Stainer Hitmen leading the Orangeville Northmen 3-1.
So we'll have a draw. It looks like Stagger versus Kerr. Coker wins that clean, and he's off to the races. Breaks into the middle, pulls up for a short-handed shot, and just misses. Hitmen retain possession in the corner. They're down a man, 4-on-3 here. Coker with the ball, moves it over. 13, Gello. Gello works it in with a shot wide. We got 8 seconds on the shot clock here. 4-on-3, and they're still holding possession. And we'll have a shot clock violation going back for Orangeville.
The Hitmen ate up some clock there. Can't complain about that possession at all.
Nope, no, they did their job. The penalty killers, it's easier to kill into the other end than in your own end.
Absolutely.
Another shot by Orangeville.
Another rush shot by Orangeville leads to a turnover.
Coker
right
breaking away again. This kid has some wheels. Shot saved by Nichols. Nichols turns that one into the corner. Mills, the Orangeville goal scorer, picks it up in the corner. He's bringing it up the floor. He's got his wide open 24, Comey, but unfortunately Comey couldn't hold on to it. So Standard has possession and we're bringing it up the floor. Bernardino with the fast break, waits for his teammates to catch up with him.
Smart play there, but he's got to move the ball now.
Shot on goal, picked up by 15 Gillum.
Great reset.
Gillum works his way out, goes for the leap, but is going to get called for a crease violation.
If you're going to try that in any game of the year, it might as well be the Pink in the Rink event. Eh?
Hey, go big or go home, as they say. Provincials are on Friday, got to get it out of the tank. Orangeville with possession, up top, works it down low. We are all even here. 5-on-5. Orangeville looking for that low shot once again, I believe. Ball down low, beats his man, steps out, shot on goal. Ivan Croft even with the big save there.
Orangeville's got to get stronger on those loose balls, Mitch.
They're giving them up. Orangeville back on defense now. You got Bernardino up with the ball. Bernardino looking for his teammate, just decides to fire one in. Nichols equal to the task, holds on to it. He leaves it for number 33, Malik George. George breaking out from the crease.
But George had a great little shot to get a reset on his last possession, and then nobody on Orangeville moved for that loose ball.
Orangeville from the top position. Bottom crease man working a give and go. 30, Clark with the big save by Eben Croft. The loose ball out front, number 12, Jaden Cutting. Turnover, Kerr with it in the corner. We're going to have a loose ball violation. It's going to be a standard possession. Hockley with a large cheering section coming up the floor. We're going to have a penalty here on...
and there goes the shot clock.
Might solve our mystery as to why the shot clocks are not working. We're going to need a repair guy on the shot clock.
Thankfully, we waited till the end of the first period for that, but...
At the end of the first period, the score is the visiting Orangeville Northmen 1. Your Stainer Hitmen 3. Make some noise for your Stainer Hitmen. And fans in front of the boards, they're going to be throwing away some t-shirts. Make some noise if you guys want some t-shirts here at Pink in the Rink night. Oh, you gotta make more noise than that. They can't even hear you. Oh, lungs up, lungs up. There's still a t-shirt down there, guys. Make some noise. And into the crowd it goes. We're gonna be doing that in between every single period, guys. We got 2 more periods of action for
16 for What an exciting first period. Hitmen are going to start the second on the power play. Jaden Cutling got a high sticking penalty at the end of the first period. We got to look, Mitch, at the Hitmen power play early in the first. It looked awfully good. What are you expecting here?
Well, I'm expecting much of the same here. Coker winning that draw clean as a whistle. Gives Stainer all the opportunity to go and set up.
Orangeville looking a bit scrambly on the man down.
So it looks like they're looking to run that double pick by the looks of it. Getting a little tactician here, I think. Trying to run that pick and the seal on that top guy and just give that guy all day.
I love doing it. That's one of the power play plays that we use with our U15 girls team. It's very effective and it's hard to defend against.
Well, if you've got the shooter to give them all day, it just 9 times out of 10, those are going to start going in. Oh, well, I thought we had a trip there, but I guess it was an innocent trip. Innocent trip, I guess is what we'll call that. But the karma works itself out, and Cranston miraculously goes from limping to breakaway. But Nichols is equal for the task. He's going to turn that one away.
I thought Cranston was going to be heading to the bench there. It looked like he got a little banged up. Then all of a sudden the kid was on a breakaway.
It's funny how that happens real quick. All right, so Coker's got possession up at the top. Looks like they're setting back up. He's going to elect for the long shot. It's blocked by an Orangeville player. Goes to Vandervalk. Vandervalk will take a shot, but it's going to be corralled in the crease by Nichols. Might have been a bit of a reach in there, Jim. I don't know. The refs didn't call it, but
I didn't have a great angle.
That's 17. Veronica George bringing it up for Orangeville. She dishes it off to 30, Colby Clark. Colby Clark gives it to, unfortunately, we don't get the backside, so we got to wait for our shooter to make himself known. It looks like it was number 16, Landon Kyle.
It was a valid goal, though. The ball left his stick before the buzzer.
So we'll have a face-off here at center ice, 3-2.
I know some of the Hitmen players did not agree there, but suddenly we've got a one-goal game.
This is what I love to see here. The players coming back to pep up the goalie after a
I think the goalie might have hesitated given the time on the shot clock, and you gotta play to the whistle, not the buzzer.
Phoenix Salmon's on the draw. We're going to have a Orangeville ball. It looks like he was in too early. Orangeville with the ball. That's Clark up top. Clark working it down low to number 26, Lucas Sizik. Sizik turns it over, and we're going to have a Hitman possession. 62. Emmett Grass brings the ball up, runs it up, gets it down low to Phoenix Salmons. Salmons working it, looks across crease. It's broken up by George. George coming back on the run. If he's got some wheels, he's got his team beat. He's got number 20, Stagger, all wide open up front. Clark.
Got to move that ball.
He's got to move that ball for sure. He's got his teammates standing wide out front. Clark picks up the rebound, gets a shot on Croft. Croft turns it into the corner. Orangeville maintains possession. Working it around. Clark up top. Moves it over to George. George cocks it, shoots.
Oh.
And we have a goal.
Wow.
Evan Croft made the first save, but it stuck with him and followed him into the net. That's a tough one on Croft after the night he's been having.
Got a feel for the goalie on that one. He knew where the shot was going. He got his hand on over quickly, but it just spun the wrong way on him.
It looked like it caught up in his arm guard and his glove there, and when he spun.
Yeah, and it's the toughest thing to teach a goalie to not move, because in so many other sports, you've got to keep moving after you've made that save, but if that ball's in your equipment, just stay frozen.
Stainer with another clean draw. Henry on a breakaway. Nichols answers with the big save, though, to keep Orangeville in this game. We've got an interesting one here, Jim. 3-3, second
Ben
period.
Nichols has been great in net for the Northmen.
U13's trying to sneak in those underarms already, the lethal pick and reach. Now we've got a reset on Stainer ball. 20 seconds to go on the shot clock. Little fancy footwork around the crease by the Hitmen. Dumped into the middle, broken up by Orangeville. Orangeville unable to get possession. Stainer picks it back up. They've only got 5 on the shot clock, though. Henry works his way back into contention, but we're going to have a shot clock violation. Should have let that go a second sooner.
Stainer continues to absolutely dominate on the loose balls, though. This great event couldn't have happened without the support of a lot of sponsors. We'll talk about them throughout the evening. We'll give a shout out to a few of them. Fedora Films, NutriFarms, and the Clearview Crushers, 3 of the amazing sponsors for tonight's event.
George with the shot from up top. That's turned away by Croft. Retained by number 44, Samuel Reed. Reed's been in on a lot of the play this evening. We keep mentioning him. Strong player for the Orangeville number 2 team. He moves it over to George. George up top, works it down low. And
Not the best pass there.
Finds its way into the Stainer crease. Stainer with the breakout. Brought up the floor by Oliveri. He's going to hold it while his team settles in. Moves it down low to 16, Coker. Coker with the wide shot. And we're going to have an Orangeville possession. No, I guess not. Oh, we're going to have a Stainer ball on a loose ball foul. And we're going to have another loose ball foul. Looks like Cranston took a hit that he was going to stay down for, but it looks like he'll be all right. He's going to have to leave the floor, though. Olivieri at the top, works it low. Gets isolated by himself. Number 10, Landon Van Aert, comes over for a pick on him. Stainer with a loose ball. Coker with a prayer from outside. They're down to 7 seconds on the shot clock. Vandervalk with the loose ball. Orangeville with the tough defense, and they're going to cause another shot clock violation. Stainer gets down there with lots of time. They get set up, but for whatever reason, they're constantly getting shot clock violations.
Turnover, though. Oh.
Big turnover, and Vandervalk finally finds that back of the net that he's been looking for all night.
A very costly turnover for the Northmen. And an opportunistic goal there puts the Hitmen back up by a goal. It's 4-3 Stainer about halfway through the second period.
It was such a shame because Orangeville was doing such a good job on the defense there. We're going to have an early in violation for the Hitmen, so it's going to be an Orangeville ball. 12, Jaden Cutting brings it in. He dishes it to the far side. The goal scorer, number 9, Mills, is down low once again, looking for that corner.
Whoa.
Phoenix Salmon's absolutely laying the body to him. That's 2 guys he's taking out now. And Nine's taking exception to it, so we're going to have some offsetting penalties here.
How about Phoenix Salmons, though? Boy, he likes to throw the body, and he's got a solid cross-check. When you score a goal and then you come down and you crush a guy, that's a pretty good shift, Mitch.
Oh, that was not just one guy, Jim. 2 guys. He got a second guy over here in the corner.
Right.
The one side wasn't good enough. He had to come over and finish the job. Oh, we're going to have a 4 versus 2. So we're going to have a power play in 2 minutes here, Jim.
Is Power Plays part of Pink in the Rink event, sponsored by Pizza Perfect Creemore, Ontario Lacrosse Association, Clearview Township, and Epicure Tracy Vandervalk.
Yeah, her kid Vandervalk will be in that game, the first game this evening. Big strip by Coker at the top of the house. Coker takes off. He's got Vandervalk with him. Vandervalk couldn't handle the pass. Vandervalk recovers, brings it out. He's got Coker wide open in front. Coker, Nichols with the big
Beautiful
save.
save.
Comes across and just denies that. Looks like the Hitmen are starting to do the little bit of full court press here. Now we're playing 4-on-4.
Turnovers absolutely killing Orangeville right now.
Cranston with a big one-timer. Blocked by the Orangeville player. Recovered by Vandervalk in the corner. He's got Henry out front. Nichols again with the save. We're going to have a back-in violation on Orangeville. They're just getting pinned in here.
Ben Nichols has been the story of this game. It could be 10-3 for Stainer right now. He's been fantastic in the Northman net.
Oh, I'd have to say if he wasn't as fantastic as he is, I don't even know if we'd be saying 3.
Orangeville number 9, 2 minutes for high sticking. Stainer number 62, 4 minutes for checking from behind.
Stainer again with possession, working the ball around. They definitely have no problem sharing the ball. Vandervalk works himself free, gets a shot on Nichols. Nichols gets a piece of it, but not the full piece of it, and that's going to slide in for his second of the night.
That Hitman goal is not unlike the last Orangeville goal. Goalie made a great save, and it just got caught up in him and dropped into the net.
Yep, just couldn't get enough of him. So
that's an important goal for the Hitmen because they're about to go down a man. It's going to be an Orangeville power play for the next 2 minutes.
Oh, we're going to have a face-off here at center. The run time, so they're into precious power play minutes. Clean draw won by Orangeville. That's Malik George. Malik George is going to head up. He's got Sam Reed all alone in front, makes no mistake and buries one for Orangeville. And we are right back.
We've talked about Reed throughout this game. Strong physical presence, moves the ball well, and wow, we were talking about how important the last Stainer goal was, but that's even more important for the Northmen. It's now 5-4 for the Hitmen.
That is a power play goal, so he made no mistake about it. Left alone all in front, and he buried. Orangeville wins the draw again. They're going to have possession. That's Veronica George bringing the ball up. She's trying to look up front for Reed. Malik George with the ball. He's going to take a shot from the corner. Even Croft is easily going to turn that aside. Vandervalk giving signals, bringing the ball up.
Orangeville lucky to get away with a check in the crease there.
Vandervalk moves it to the far side. Working out top. Salmons. He's got 9 on the shot clock. Wastes one into the corner. Orangeville's going to pick up possession. He's stripped by Salmons, so we're going to have a reset here. Vandervalk works it over. Kerr wide open. We're going to have a penalty here on the play. A high sticking call. Looks like it's going to Orangeville.
I didn't see it, but the ref certainly did.
Both refs had their arm in the air, so there was no mistaking that number 24, Brody Comey, was guilty of something.
Players seem a bit...
Stainer goal is first in the game, scored by number 10, Lane Vandervalk. Assist to number 88, Hudson Cranston. Time of the goal, 4:20.
That should be his second.
Goal to number 44, Samuel Reed. Time of the goal, 3:29.
Anyway, we've got a Stater power play here set up. Liam Olivieri controlling the ball at the top, works it back. That goes down low for James Henry. Henry works it into the middle. We got a shot on goal. Nichols to the task. And he will scoop it in the crease. That's a 5-second call. Little premature on the 5-second call. I think he was.
The shot clock agreed with you, Mitch.
Stainer with possession. They work it behind the net. Out front, Cranston couldn't handle the pass. He's a little upset with himself. I can't blame him. He was wide open in front. All he had to do was pick the pass up. Orangeville coming up shorthanded. Stripped by Coker. Great back check by Coker. Coker's going the other way. Shot saved by Nichols. Rebound picked up by Henry, but he's unable to pick it up and scoops it into the crease. Nichols. Move that ball, Orangeville. Moved up too far for the forward Orangeville player, so Cranston picks up a free ball.
Well, we're starting to see the impact of that short bench, Mitch.
Second Coker there for the pickup. And that is the end of the second period. We're going to see 5-4 going into the third, Jim.
Your Stainer Hitmen 5. Please make some noise for your Stainer Hitmen. And you know what time it is? We got the U15 Hitmen players down in the crowd with more t-shirts. Make some noise if you want a t-shirt from the U15 Stainer Hitmen. They're coming fast, they're coming furious. We got t-shirts from all sorts of angles. Once again, a big thank you to the Stainer Hitmen. They got t-shirts, they're handing them out. The Hitmen would also like to take this opportunity to thank some of their sponsors. Fedora Films, Nutrifarms, the Clearview Crushers, Pizza Perfect Creamore, Ontario Lacrosse Association, the Clearview Township, and Epicure Tracy Vanderbock from Epicure. Thank you to some of our sponsors.
Welcome back, fans, to Fedora Films broadcast, the Stainer Hitmen Pink in the Rink fundraiser. We've got a great start to our first event, Mitch. A 5-4 game, lots of big hits, exciting goals, two amazing goalies who have been coming up with incredible saves. But right now, we see the Darpac U13 Stainer Hitmen up 5-4 over the Orangeville Northmen. I think it's going to be a heck of a finish to what's been an amazing game.
Well, we couldn't have asked for a better first game, that's for sure. So this is final tune-up action for these teams. They'll head off to provincials this Friday. But great to have provincials back, I'll tell you. Oh, we're going to have a penalty off the draw here.
Hitmen are going to go to the box for 4 minutes. Not sure if the retaliation from Orangeville is getting called.
I don't think so. I think he's just getting 2 for illegal cross-check. Beazle nonchalantly walking him over to the penalty box.
We'll see.
Following the end of the U13 game, we will be doing a special parent skills competition.
Oh, it is a 4.
Well, you owe me a pop. He got checking from behind.
He made the cross-checking signal originally, and then
Yeah,
we walked over.
It looked on the numbers to me, so.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not disagreeing. The original call was a cross-check. So.
Yeah. Well, sometimes refs change their mind, and
Oh, we know all too well. So we're
you and I have been around the game long enough to know that.
It's never when you ask them, though.
No.
So Orangeville on the power play, they'll get the shot in, but even Croft equal to the task. He's been playing up all year with the U15s.
Great young player.
He is fearless.
You know what's really exciting? We've got this first game, but it's only one of 2. We've got a massive U22 game coming up next.
It's going to be a great U22 game. Brampton Stainer. I don't think the 2 teams have seen much of each other this year, so we should expect a nice good game. Orangeville with the setup. That's Clark up top. He's going to walk in with a free shot. It's going to hit Eben in the face mask, so we're going to have a dead ball here. It'll be a Stainer ball in the crease. Coker's going to pick it up. They've almost killed the first 2 minutes, so we're working to kill the remaining 2 minutes. That's Coker to Coker. Coker with the free shot. Nichols with the save. Again, a big save by Nichols. He's been under fire all night. Coker again with another save.
Orangeville's just dead, though.
Oh.
They've got no gas left in the tank.
And number 24.
Well, one of them has some gas left in the tank.
I don't know if it was gas or if it was just the fact that he was running downhill and there was no stopping him.
Brody Comey with the power play goal. And you know what the key to that goal was the loose ball after the Hitmen shot. The first 2 shots on that possession, Orangeville didn't even move for the loose ball. In that case, the Orangeville player, picked it up, went down the floor, and we're all tied up.
The other great thing is it was before the 2-minute mark, so we're still on an Orangeville power play. So Orangeville with a fresh 2-minute power play. Is that Reed bringing it up again? That is Reed bringing it up again.
He's been the best Orangeville runner.
Looks like he's still got lots left in the tank. He's picked off on a cross pass, but the number 12, Jaden Cutting, good with the defense, although he's unable to stop Bernardino from getting off with a wild
post.
Wild off the post on his wrong side.
The Hitmen dramatically outshooting Orangeville on this power play.
Grass moves it in. He's looking for Bernardino out front. Bernardino can't handle the ball. It goes into the crease. Nichols has no support. He's just flipping it out. Turned over to Bernardino. Bernardino all by himself, though, facing 4 Orangeville guys.
And Orangeville's on the power play here.
That is one crazy situation. Looks like Reed picks up the ball and will bring it up. Oh, no, that's
got to move the ball here.
That's Stagger. Stagger with the ball. The pink stripes, I haven't seen much of Stagger since we've been talking Reed, so.
And they're about the same sort of build.
Our position, we only get one side of the numbers, so it's a little hard. Our producer, Joe, has also pointed out the same hairdo. I don't know if that's out of jealousy or.
Well, Joe's got better hair than me, so.
We got an Orangeville loose ball. Clark trying to pick it up on the run. We're going to have a shot clock violation. Makes sense why he wasn't trying to pick it up.
Yeah, it's smart lacrosse there. Why pick it up when you're going to get a fresh clock in 5 seconds?
Orangeville picked off once again. That's Killam. Killam breaks into the middle. Beautiful play. Gets himself into the middle. We're going to have a high sticking penalty here, though. That was quite the high stick.
Yeah, I don't know that it was deliberate, though. The Orangeville player did bend down, but, or sorry, the Stainer player, I mean, did bend down, but it's an easy call for the referee.
Oh, I believe it was just the right situation and the right circumstance. You lean the right way when the guy comes into you.
But absolutely a call.
Yep. It's one of those ones you learn to live with. When you play a hard defense, you're going to get those every now and then. Coker has the ball up top for the Hitmen on the power play. We're in a 5-5 game here. Salmons works it over to Vandervalk. Vandervalk down to Henry. Henry can't handle the pass. Henry out front to Cranston. Is that Cranston? Nichols again, learning from his mistakes earlier, felt that ball and did not go back into the net. We've got a whistle here.
Not sure what the whistle was for, but boy, looks like we might have a Hitman penalty.
All right, I'm not sure quite what happened there. I didn't see.
The Stainer player doesn't know what happened either. He's looking up, what the heck? So
I thought he must have came in to set a pick and something.
Regardless, it's a much-needed break for Orangeville. They're running on fumes right now, but tied in this game 5-5.
We got
a little bit of
in-game
guidance
strategy
from the coach.
There's Reed again. He's got a wide-open guy down low, 22, Max Weber. Back to Reed. Reed with the shot. No shot registered.
Reed had to rush that shot because they were late in the shot clock.
We're going to have a North Hitman ball. Surprised that's not a call there. That's new rules this year. You got to drop that ball. You've got to put it down. If you flip it away, that's at the discretion of the ref.
Well, I can tell you our junior team and our U15 girls team have both been called for that this year, so.
Got a shot on goal by the Stainer. Goes. So
our producer Joe, he called that.
And he claims to not know the rules. Yeah, we've got a Orangeville power play
shot,
here.
Great save. Another huge save. That was off the mat. Yeah.
Yep.
Bit of a delayed reaction from referee Darren McLean, but.
I don't think he had the greatest vantage point. He's a little bit behind that.
You know that sound, though.
Oh, yeah. There's no mistaking that sound when you rattle that bird cage. So we're going to have an Orangeville power play for about 30 seconds. Number 9, Charlie Mills, who's got a goal this evening. He's going to put it over to Clark. Clark's going to bring it over to the far side to Veronica George. That's 24. Brody Comey just barreling his way to the front of the net once again.
Yeah, but a great job by the Hitmen, just taking away any cracks to get through.
Yeah, he had no time and space. His only option was to bull rush. That's Merrick Coker working his way in for Stainer. He's going to turn it over to Clark. Clark's going to come back for Orangeville. 6.5 to go here in the third period. We're in a 5-5 game.
Fantastic D there.
Stainer with the big defense. Was that Vandervalk?
It was.
Vandervalk's been in on the game all night, both offense and defense.
Can't shoot from out there. You beat him once, you're not going to beat him again like that. Nichols is too good of a goalie.
He's been on fire tonight, keeping this team alive. I'd hate to see what this score would be like without him. Phoenix Salmon's going for the body once again. Looking like the coaching staff is riding with their thoroughbreds. They're gonna. You've got the studs going offense and defense. Turnover by Cranston. Cranston's got a breakaway. He was stick checked. He's gonna lose possession. It's gonna roll into the crease for Orangeville. That's a lucky break for Orangeville there.
Yeah, but it was in large part due to the pressure from Landon Kyle.
Well, it was a great back check, but reaching on a hope and a prayer there. Malik George is going to bring it in. He's got it to Reed. Reed's the big shooter. Reed works it over to the middle. We're going to have another shot clock violation here. Phoenix Salmons with the loose ball, and he's heading the other way. He's got Gello with him. Gello couldn't handle the pass.
You were
Reed.
waiting to see if that was Reed. You were going to commit.
I didn't want to commit. Yeah, I've been wrong on that one before. I had to make sure.
Oh.
We're going to have some
Reed
some
getting caught with
extracurriculars,
the retaliation there.
I don't know if it was a retaliation or more the frustration.
Little from column A, a little from column B.
Because, I mean, he's been in the play all night and just had that look and just didn't have the gas to get there.
But this is not what the Northmen needed. Only 4 minutes left in this game. They are tied based on the incredible goaltending of Ben Nichols. But Stainer's power play has looked good. They're going to take a timeout, set this play up. Great coaching decision by the Hitmen bench staff.
And it appears all the weapons will be on the floor for this one.
Yeah. Well, and do not underestimate the importance of this game. You know, it's not going to affect their rankings, but it does give them momentum going into provincials on the weekend. Plus, they know in a lot of cases, this is the first time any of these players have been on a broadcast. They've got this massive crowd. They want to win this game.
I was speaking with team manager Kyle Coker before the game, and he was saying that they are peaking at the right time. They didn't peak too early. They didn't peak too late. They're going into provincials with a good head on their shoulders, and they're ready to work.
Well, and Stainer's had some, for a small and young organization, they've won 4 provincial championships over the years. You can put my son in that boat with you as well. He won one for Stainer. And in fact, the coaching staff in our second game, a number of the members of that coaching staff were on that 2017 U22 team. So,
Jim, now you're making me feel old because my title was in 2001. Whew.
That's a long way back.
Boy, that's the yesteryears.
The problem is I was old in 2001, so.
Uh-oh. We're going to have a possession up here for Stainer. Stainer bringing it in. That's Coker. He's going to work it over to
There's
Salmons.
the pick.
Salmons is going to be sprung by Vandervalk, but Nichols equal to the task.
Would have liked a little better shot on that.
I was just about to say, Jim, if I'm Phoenix Salmons, you got to get a corner on that
Yeah.
one. Putting it into his breadbasket, you're making him look good.
Play was executed perfectly, though, other than the shot.
Well, we're going to have a turnover deep here in Stainer.
If I'm the Hitman, I set that play up again and just run it. And this time hope for a better shot from the top man.
I think you're going to see them run that same play. Here we go. Down low, across.
Oh,
There it is. That's the shot you needed
you
on
want
the
a
first
shot.
one.
There's a shot. Wow.
They're going to give him credit. That's his second goal, but I'm pretty sure that is his first of the evening.
That is a gorgeous goal. Ben Nichols, great goalie, not the biggest guy, though. If you're going to score on him, you've got that little corner there. And, boy, he picked it.
Well, Phoenix Salmons.
6-5, under 3 minutes to go. Mitch, do you think the Northmen have anything left? Can they get back in this?
Well, if I'm coach of the Northmen, I think I'm making use of my timeout. If they come out flat after this goal, I think you need to burn that timeout and get the boys back into it. But if I know Orangeville, they're not going to quit. We're going to have a loose ball violation. We're going to be going Orangeville ball here with 2 minutes to go.
Surprised with the possession there that they didn't take the timeout as you were thinking.
Well, I don't think they're too frazzled yet. I think you still have a few seconds, a little bit of time to give yourself back into it, as long as you don't give up another one. But you also can't leave a guy wide open down low.
Well, they're out of gas. Like, that's the problem. They've got a short bench. Stainer's got a full bench, and it's tough.
Oh, if I'm, they did correct the goal. I thought that was 16 that scored that. Pretty sure it was.
We'll have to check the replays later, but I think it was 16 as well.
So we're going to head into the final minute of play here. Reed's back on the floor for Orangeville. He needs to be their difference maker. Veronica George picks it up, picks up the loose ball. She works it back. She gets down low. Nobody's touching her. She gets a shot on Croft, but Croft doesn't have to touch it. We're in the final minute, a 6-5 game. Gallo has the ball. He's checked
Great hit by Reed.
There's just no quitting this kid. Reed tough on the ball. Coker eating it into the corner. Big block by Orangeville. Vandervalk cuts it off at center. Vandervalk's got a guy down low.
They need that ball.
Smart play once again by Orangeville. Not scooping that loose ball when they're in tight. Now you got Reed bringing the ball, and we've got the timeout on the floor for Orangeville.
Yeah, and I hope the refs consider putting a few seconds back on the clock. Timekeepers missed that's supposed to be stop time in the final 2 minutes. About 4 seconds, I think, ran off that clock before the possession that shouldn't have. So
it looks like nobody's asking for it, so I don't think we're going to get that.
Well, we get a bird's eye view up here, so.
Oh, yeah, I can't blame the coaches for that.
Yeah.
When you're in the trenches, it's hard. It's hard to keep
focused
track.
on getting the timeout.
Especially here with the clock where it is. It's not an easy.
Absolutely.
Definitely plays to the home team's favor because they're literally right there.
And it can be tough. A loud arena like this, third period, so you've been coaching and talking and yelling in some cases. You get to the last few seconds, you don't have a lot of voice left to get the ref's attention.
Well, tell me about it. That'll be me tomorrow morning. Speaking of special guests, our head coach is in attendance. Made the trip all the way from St. Catharines.
Amazing.
Now, final 18 seconds here.
The crowd getting loud in here. We can barely hear ourselves talk, Mitch.
The whiteboard came out for Orangeville, so let's see what they drew up. The goalie's out. They're shooting for all the marbles here with 18 seconds. No shot clock in. Who are you calling for the shot? Who's got the shot for Orangeville?
I think I want to create some space for Reed, get the ball back to him, cutting down the middle.
Nope. Looks like it was Clark getting the shot. And the Hitmen, hold on.
What a finish.
I don't know, Jim. We couldn't have had a much better game than that to start
Absolutely.
off.
Orangeville, despite having a short bench, came to play. You said the Northmen never give up. That's what I've experienced. That's what we saw from these young players today. They fought right to the bitter end, but the Stainer Hitmen were the better team. First ever U13 pink in the rink game, and the Hitmen are victorious.
I have to give it to the Orangeville. Orangeville, though, they came with a lot of heart. A couple of guys, Sam Reed, big guy for them.
Yeah, but for me, it's all about Ben Nichols. He was the star of this game.
Absolute hands-down star of the team.
Absolutely. But we could probably pick 5 or 6 Hitmen that were the best players in pink. That was a total team effort. Great defense, great, absolutely dominant on loose balls.
Same for the other end. Even Croft, big win called upon. All those games at U15 are paying off.
Now, I'm not sure whether it was Carson Coker like we thought or James Henry like the refs thought, but that's the key play of the game for me. That game winner was pretty, it was timely, and it was the difference maker.
Wow. If that's the evening we're in for, we're going to have a treat here in the second game.
Absolutely. So we will be back in a little bit. You are watching Stainer Hitmen Pink in the Rink on Fedora Films. I'm Diamond Jim Lowe. Mitch Brock is my broadcast partner. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Sean Clark and Jenny Gabani to the playing surface. Tonight's competitors in the parent skills competition, Kristen Wisniak, Jen Oliveri, Brittany Newman, Nikita Martin, John Clark, and Jenny Gabani. So the way it's going to be working, guys, is you're going to have 3 balls from the 24-foot line, just right outside the perimeter. 2 balls from half court, and then 2 balls for the full court moonshot. Whoever ends up with the most points is going to be walking away with a Tim Hortons gift card tonight in the parent skills competition. Starting off first, we have Kristen Wisniak. All right, everybody make some noise for Kristen Wisniak. And we're going to get going in 3, 2, 1. Just shy. 2 shots from half court. These shots are worth 2 points each. You got 2 balls. These are worth 3 points each. Make up a lot of points right now. All right, last shot for Kristen Wisniak. It looks good. 3 points for Kristen Wisniak. Next up, Jen Oliveri. All right, let's count it in, everybody. 3, 2, 1, fire away. 1 point so far. She's moving to half court. 2 shots from half, 2 points each. Just wide, Jen. These are the money points right here. 3 points from full court. First shot from full court for Jen Oliveri. And last shot, make some noise, everybody, for Jen Oliveri. Final point, 1 point for Jen Oliveri. One more time, everybody. Next up, please help me welcome Brittany Newman. You guys know the drill. 3 shots from the 24-foot line right here. The boys have your balls. She asked if it had to be a bounce shot because she's a sniper. 1 point for Brittany. points each for these shots. 2 balls. And last shot is her chance. And 5 points for Brittany Newman. Make some noise, everybody. We have a new leader, Brittany Newman. Our 4th competitor, make some noise, guys, for Nikita Martin. And 3 shots. First one's good. Second one just over the top. And 2 points to the 24-foot line for Nikita. 2 shots from half now, 2 points each. And she's moving to the full court. Money ball, moonshot. Just fine. All right, guys, make some noise one more time for Nikita Martin. 2 points. The active leader is still Brittany Newman with 5 points. Our next competitor, guys, make some noise for Mr. John Clark. All right, John, you got 3 shots from the 24-foot line. That one slipped. And he's moving on to the half-court shot. 2 points each. Here we go, John. Let's go, John. Show these whippersnappers what it's all about with cross. And one more shot from half, John. There it is. That's 2 points for John. Remember, John, these are 3-point shots. You hit one of these, you're tied for the lead. Inches short. Last shot for John. And make some noise one more time for John Clark, everybody. 2 points final. Our last competitor, please make some noise for Jenny Gabani. 5 points is the score to beat Jenny. You got 3 shots here, 2 in the middle and 2 at the end. Starting out with the 3 one-point shots. And when you're ready, Jenny, here we go. That's 1 point. It's a new strategy. And 2 points for Jenny so far. Go. going to come down to the full court money ball moonshots. You hit either one of these shots, you are the winner, Jenny. Miss Both, and the champion will be Brittany Newman. Both shots, one for the win. Here we go. Last shot here, last shot from the competitors. Here we go, Jenny. Just another chance. One more time for Jenny Gabani, everybody. The scores are being tallied. Yeah, I'm done. They're tallied. We have a champion, Brittany Newman, with 5 points. Brittany, we have a Tim Hortons gift card for you. Thank you to all of the parents who came in and participated. And thank you to everybody who's helped put together the Stainer Pink in the Ring. All right, everybody, when we come back, we're going to have the U22s for you guys. When we come back, we'll have the U22 game between Stainer and Brampton.
Welcome back to Fedora Films presents Stainer Hitmen Pink in the Rink. My name's Diamond Jim Lowe. Mitch Brock has been knocking the ball out of the park on play-by-play. And Mitch, what a game we've got queued up for our main event. The U22 Stainer Hitmen taking on the Brampton Excelsiors. Brampton's been on a bit of a roll. Stainer's thinking that maybe they can win B Provincials this year, but they've got a roadblock in front of them tonight.
First matchup of the year, we got Brampton into the barn at the Stainer Arena. It's going to be an interesting matchup. They haven't seen each other. They've known each other all year, but due to the scheduling, they just have never seen each other. So it should be an interesting matchup. It looks like we got two deep teams going at it.
And the great thing is, all proceeds from this event go to the Simcoe Muskoka Regional Cancer Program. So we've had the U13 game, which was an absolute barn burner. We've had a parent skills competition. We've got a 50-50 draw. We've got a raffle. And they're going to be auctioning off the amazing pink Hitmen jerseys. So what a great event. Thank you to Stainer Lacrosse for bringing us out tonight. Thank you to all the sponsors. We're just a few minutes away from the James Brown U22 Hitmen being introduced to this huge crowd.
Jim, not one jersey, not two jerseys. We've got 3 jerseys going up for auction tonight.
Fantastic.
You've got one signed jersey, number 13 coincidentally for the U13s. Number 22 coincidentally for the U22s.
I'm beginning to think that's not a coincidence.
And then the classic 00 going up that's unsigned.
That's my daughter's number, so don't tell her, she'll be putting in a bid.
Well, it sounds like we're just waiting to do the opening ceremonies here. So, what else?
So right now the coach is just sorting out a bit of the timing. We'll be back in a second. JR is going to have some great introductions for these amazing players. We'll tell you more about them in a bit, coming up on Fedora Films.
Stainer Hitmen Pink in the Rink. Tonight's second game will be between the visiting Brampton Excelsiors U22 team and your Stainer Hitmen U22. The officials for tonight's game will be Brian Beazle and Greg Van Seck. The scorekeeper will be Bailey Coilo and the timekeeper Sawyer Hughes. As was with the previous game, tonight's broadcaster will be Joe Montesano of Fedora Films. All right, fans, let's meet tonight's rosters for the visiting Brampton Excelsiors. Goaltender number 29, Kieran Detars. Goaltender number 39, Kayla Kondo. Number 6, Nathan Dunn. Number 7, Logan Casey. Number 9, Justin McLean. Number 10, Jesse Cabani. Number 11, Owen Adams. Number 12, Kevin Elias. Number 13, Gavin Donnelly. Number 15, Matthew Menafi. Number 16, Connor Wilson. Number 17, Campbell Dove. Number 18, Mitchell Northrup. Number 19, Kai Constantino. Number 21, Logan Hicks. Number 22, James LeRae. And number 24, Nathan Ward. The coaching staff for the Brampton Excelsiors, head coach Dan McQuaid. Assistant coach Travis McInnes. Assistant coach Austin Cairns. Trainer Andrew Boutillier and manager Penny Jones. All right, fans, please help me give a warm welcome to the roster for your Stater Hitmen. Goaltender number 21, Nick Elder. Number 2, Holden Andrews. Number 5, Nathan Service. Number 6, Ethan Dimitrov. Number 9, McGuire Blackmere. Number 10, Mitch Goodfellow. Number 12, Zach Mather. Number 13, Dawson Fielding. Number 17, Colby Lamley. Number 18, Tobin Baker. Number 22, Quinn Bono. Number 24, Christopher Hunter Hall. Number 39, Jacob Turkouch. Number 42, Thomas Curie. Number 69, Johnny Greer. Number 73, Robbie Budwell. Number 88, Landon Tausma. Number 96, Chase Dimitrov. And number 99, Tyler Knight. The coaching staff for your U22 Stinger Hitmen. Head coach, Maverick Blackmere. Assistant coach, Seth Boylo. Trainer, Dylan Reisman. And team managers, Michelle Boylo and Ellen Goodfellow. Make some noise one more time for your U22 Stinger Hitmen. We now like to ask both captains to join at center dot for the ceremonial face-off, where they will be joined by Clearview Township Mayor Doug Measures, Councilor John Broderick, and Stater Minor Lacrosse President Michelle Boylo. We now like to welcome Jennifer Turkouch to sing our national anthem. Test.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glorious hearts you see us rise, the true north strong and free. Oh, stand on guard, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you very much to our Oak Canada singer, Jennifer Turkouch. Now we'd like to invite the captains to the center ice area for the ceremonial face-off, where they'll be joined by Clearview Township Mayor Doug Measures, Councilor John Broderick, and Stainer Minor Lacrosse President Michelle Puello.
Welcome back to Fedora Films presents Stainer Hitmen, Pink in the Rink, the big game, U22, Stainer Hitmen taking on the Brampton Excelsiors, and it is loud in here, Mitch.
I feel like we've definitely gone up a notch or two from the game one. The bells are here.
It's going to be a heck of a night. We've already had one amazing game, and this one's going to deliver. And what a great story.
Playing 15 minutes.
What a great story. If you take a look at the Stainer bench, those two coaches, those young men, Maverick Blackmere and Seth Boileau, they're actually brothers of two of the players. But even better, the last time Stainer won a U22 provincial championship, those two coaches were on the team. What kind of a story would it be if they came back and coached their brothers to a provincial championship in a week's time?
That'd be a very interesting turn of events. To my knowledge, I don't believe anybody has two-peated as provincial champion in Stainer history. There's a lot of us tied at one, so this could be the difference where they get the second one.
So I've got to correct you, my friend, because the young man coaching this team actually was an assistant coach in the 2017 Tyke Provincial Championship team. So he's got two. He's going for three this year.
Well, then there we go. We have our unofficial pack leader. So we've got a Brampton ball here. Looks like we're playing 15-minute periods. Not the usual 20.
Intermediate just is different than junior. Junior, of course, they moved to 20-minute periods. For U22, it's 15-minute periods because it's still technically minor lacrosse. Solid save there.
That's Nick Elder in net for Stainer. He's the only keeper listed on the roster. He is the backbone of the Stainer defense. You will see him move very solidly. He's a little heavy-handed with the passing, though. I will give you that. He's using the extended spoon head, so he doesn't exactly get the full pocket throw.
I was talking to Nick Nasty the other night. He was so pumped for this game. He's headed into this is his final year of U22. He'd love to win in Pink of the Rink and then win in provincials next week.
I do believe he has one more year.
Does he?
One more year.
I stand corrected.
But he is treating this a bit like his victory lap.
In fact, you're right, because we were talking about his plans for next year. You're 100% right.
He does have a bunch of guys that he does want to win it for, though, so you got to give him credit on that. There he is again with another big save. Now, my day when I played intermediate, we played 20-minute periods.
Yeah, I think they changed it a few years ago, and I don't think it was a change for the better.
I personally, the 20-minute periods are much better for the intermediates. If you're going to play at that level, the 20-minute period does make sense.
I completely agree, Mitch.
Especially number 12 for Stainer has been playing up with the senior B team, so he's used to the 20-minute periods.
And that is a player to watch tonight. He is tough. He's exciting. Keep an eye on number 12, Zach Mather. I got to see him play the other night, and that's a talented lacrosse player.
So we're going to have a Stainer ball here on a shot clock violation. Boylo will come on the floor for the Stainer Hitmen. He's one of the offensive guys that'll stir the drink. He's joined out there by Johnny Greer. Looks like McGuire Blackmere. And
that was a tremendous individual effort by Johnny Greer. Boxed out his opponent, got his stick back in his hands, and still came up with a loose ball. Unreal.
We're going to have a Stainer ball in the corner on a loose ball violation. Boylo at the top. Boylo moves it over to the far side. Far side, Mather slips his man, unable to hold on to the ball. Beautiful move, just couldn't hold on to it.
We're going to get a Stainer power play. Whoa, sit down, son.
Johnny Greer making himself, introducing himself nice and early to the Brampton team here.
So Logan Casey connected with Landon Teisma's head. It was seemingly inadvertent, but absolutely a call. And we get our first look at the Hitmen power play.
LeMay turns it over. We got a Brampton breakaway. That's number 13, Gavin Donnelly. Unsuccessful, turned away by Nick Elder.
I'm curious to see what the Hitmen are going to do on the power play here. Head coach Maverick Blackmere was, of course, a defensive specialist in his career. Be interesting to see if he can put together a solid power play unit.
Yeah, I do believe most of the Stainer bench is made up of defensive guys, so it'll be interesting to see what they do bring on the offensive zone. Brampton electing just to dump it off and change, allowing Blackmere to bring the ball up. He turns it over to Mather. Mather, he's up by himself, waits for his teammates to join him. He flips it to Johnny Greer. Johnny Greer brings it, takes it down low, sends it to...
Solid reset there.
We're gotten a reset off the play.
Oh, dangerous pass by Elder.
He is a bit of a loose cannon on those passes. But we'll have a Stainer ball. Stainer will bring it up. They're still on the power play for another 38 seconds. It's down to Johnny Greer. Johnny Greer into Mather. Mather absolutely buries on his second attempt.
Well, we said to keep an eye on Mather right at the start of this broadcast, and he did not disappoint. And the key thing on that goal is he just took that extra step, exposed the goalie, tucked it in the post.
He ages out. He ages out this year, so look for him to be playing somewhere next year.
Something I love to see, Brock, is that all the Brampton players have put pink tape on their helmets in support of this fundraiser. Absolutely love the enthusiasm for being in this.
That's number 10 down low, Jesse Gabini. Recovered by number 2, Alex Stephen. Stephen works his way to the front. He's cut off. He's met by a wall of Hitmen defenders. Ball trickles into the crease. Elders moves it over to Goodfellow. Goodfellow back there all by himself with a little bit of Brampton pressure. Goodfellow bringing the ball up. Dumping it off for 22 Boilo. Boilo with a waster into the off the goalie into the ceiling. We're gonna have a Stainer ball. Lots of movement on the Stainer offense. Unfortunately, it seems to be in a lot of wasted areas. There's no help in any of what they're causing.
Yeah, they're hanging awfully high for a power.
Like when they do set picks, they're picking on guys that are really not even in the play. Like they're fully utilizing their time, and we're now even. Alex Steffen, big play by Johnny Greer to take the ball away from Alex Steffen on his breakaway. We're going to have a penalty here.
The problem, Mitch, with playing that high and basically being stuck on the walls is when you get a turnover, as we just saw, that fast break's going to kill you. Like, it's totally different if you turn it down. If you turn it over in the house, you got a chance at a loose ball. Stainer had no chance there, and now they're down a man.
That's going to be a 4-minute penalty on that one. Check from behind. Johnny Greer. So we're going to see the Brampton power play. Looks like they're looking for that big top shooter. And that top shooter is number 6, Nathan Dunn, and he makes no mistakes. We got ourselves a 1-1 ball game here. They just closed off the top and gave him Broadway to go for a fire.
Well, we expected this to be a good game. We're a little over halfway through the first, 1-1. We've seen some decent shots, some decent hits.
Mather on the loose ball. We're using pink balls again this evening. Little tied to the theme. Mather in against 4 Brampton players, retains possession. He's waiting for his team. But they're down shorthanded, so they're not forcing guys forward. They're keeping one guy back. That'd be Blackmere. He's kind of keeping the gatekeeper back here. We got a loose ball foul, so we're going to have a Stainer renewal here. Stainer doing a heck of a job killing the penalty. We had an over and back here. We're going to have a Brampton ball.
Brampton with just under a minute left in the power play.
Goal scorer number 6, Nathan Dune.
Easy call for the referee there. Stainer will pick up possession again.
That's Quinn Boilo with the ball now.
Some confusion on the Brampton bench.
He dishes it off to Andrews. Andrews beats his man, but clearly taken down. No call. Clearly had his man beat by at least a half a step and was wrapped up and taken down. No call on the play.
Referee Brian Beasel had a clear view, just didn't think it was a penalty.
Brampton, number 6, Nathan Dunn, the goal scorer. He's got the ball up top. He's walking his way in to shoot. That's a save by Nick Elders. Of course, Brampton still on the power play. Now we're all even. Number 19, Kay Cosentino, puts it down low. It's moved out front, but a big play by Hitmen defense up front. That takes that play out of the commission. Worked back to number 6 again, Nathan Dune. We got a loose ball in the house of Stainer. Johnny Greer is able to pick it up. He's got half a step. And he's going to bury for his second of the evening.
Right out of the penalty box. Picks up a huge loose ball down the floor and makes it 2-1. Zach. Talk about an impact player.
Of course, Stainer's not short on any of those. They've got a few guys that are known to mix it up in different ways, so good mix of team here. Mather in on the loose ball again. We're going to have a Brampton loose ball. That's number 2, Alex Stepan. Stepan works in his way in. He's going to have the ball. He's got no help. Dishes it off to LaRod. LaRod shot gets it down to number 10, Jesse Gabani. Gabani with the shot, but Elders to the superior save. Blackmere dishes it off to Andrews. Andrews puts it back to Boileau. Boileau over, mishandled. Recovered by Hitmen. Hitmen bring it in. That's 89, Talsma. Talsma with an awful shot from the outside. Recovers his rebound. He's got number 6, Nathan Dimitrov, wide open for a shot. Recovered by Brampton. Brampton brings it out. Can't handle the breakout pass. Turned over. Andrews back for the Hitman. He's got Talsma. He's got Talsma with him. Chooses to hold off. Johnny Greer back on the floor with the ball. He finds Zach Mathers off the bench. Mathers with a shot from no man's land. Easily handled by number 29, Datters.
I'll tell you, Johnny Greer got one of the loudest reactions in the introductions. Huge reaction to his goal. Another Stainer goal here, and this place is just going to blow open.
Stainer defense, if you can't hit him, if you can't beat him, beat him. Brampton with the pressure. That's 19, Cosentino. Cosentino works his way free, puts it inside. Elders with the save. I think we have a crease violation call on Brampton by ref Brian Beazle. Minute and a half here to go in the first period. We've got a 2-1 game.
Elder's been solid in net for the Hitmen, but man, he makes me nervous every time he handles the ball.
LeMay follows up his own rebound. It's into the Brampton crease. Datters hands it off. That's Constantino. Constantino brings it over to number 3, Grabanopoulos. Grabanopoulos works his way in. Beats his man. Elders with the save. Elders puts it over. Makes the outlet pass. Number 10, Goodfellow. Goodfellow dishes to number 6, Dimitrov. Dimitrov loses it. Johnny Greer finds a loose ball, slips off his man. Finds way into the corner, still has the ball. Johnny Greer working his way.
No one really giving him a passing option.
Very stagnant on the offense for Stainer.
Really poor shot choice
wasting
there.
shot choices once again. But we did mention the coaching staff is a defensive-heavy coaching staff, so you expect to see some troubles on the offensive zone.
Yeah, I don't know if Maverick ever crossed the red line when he was playing junior lacrosse.
We've got Stainer with the ball, recovered, and that is the end of the first intermission.
And fans, at the end of the first period, the scores the visiting Brampton Excelsiors. Stainer Hitmen 2. Make some noise for your Stainer Hitmen. And once again, guys, like in between every period, we got our U15 Hitmen out there handing out some t-shirts. Make some noise if you want a t-shirt from our U15 Hitmen. Thank some of their sponsors for the 2022 Pink and the Rink Night. Clear Tax View, Creative Cards by Rink Designs, the U13 sponsors with the Darpack Inc. and hosting Blue, U22 sponsor James Brown, as well as the previously mentioned sponsors Fedora Films, Nutrifarms, the Clearview Crushers, Pizza Perfect Creemore, Ontario Lacrosse Association, Clearview Township, and Tracy Vanderbach from Epicure. Just a reminder that we'll be closing down at the raffle in the 50-50 sales at the end of the second period. The 50-50 is already up over $200, so you will be able to buy tickets during the second period, but at the end of the second period, sales will be closed so we can announce the winners during the third period.
Second period, Stainer Hitmen, Pink in the Rink action coming your way on Fedora Films. Mitch, 2-1 after the first period. What'd you think of what we saw from the two teams?
I think we saw a great first period. Goaltending battle on both ends. Elders on the Hitman end, clearly holding down the fort.
Saw some great offense from Zach Mather. Really pretty goal there. But really, the impact player was Johnny Greer. He was throwing big hits. He did get a penalty. Hitmen killed that off, came out of the box, went down and scored to give Stainer the lead. If they keep on getting periods like that from him, this is going to be a Stainer victory tonight in front of this amazing crowd.
Well, we couldn't have asked for a better PA guy to help it.
JR, one of the best in the business. He gets the crowd pumped up. I'm pumped up listening to him. I got the adrenaline flowing.
It's just a shame this is the last game.
It is, but both these teams headed to provincials, and having this supportive crowd, the big-time announcer, and the Fedora Films podcast is going to inspire the Hitmen to perform well at provincials.
Let's hope so. We've got a Hitman ball off the draw. That's Goodfellow down low, protecting the ball. He's run into by number 4, Anthony Larod. Ball goes into the Brampton crease. Brampton takes possession. Brampton slowly working the ball up from their zone. Don't appear to be in any rush for this play.
Brampton hasn't seemed to be in much of a rush the whole game.
Methodically working that ball up. Number 2, Alex Steffen,
Oh.
with a big-time cannon.
I guess when you can shoot like that, you don't need to be in a rush.
Well, it was clear from the get-go they weren't planning anything fantastic. It was a simple load it up and fire.
It's only going to work so many times, though, and you see, throughout the first period, Brampton wasn't even getting set up till half the shot clock was burned. Doesn't give you a lot of opportunities for quality shots, but all credit to Alex Steffen, because that was a banger, and we are tied at 2.
Brampton on the draw, good win draw by number 3, Grabopoulos. Sets the pick. I think we got a broken stick on the floor. Definitely sounded like it. Larod. Down low for Brampton.
Chin strap call.
We've got a chin strap call on Brampton, so we're going to go Stainer offense.
Well, the teams are getting reset. Mention some of our other sponsors, a couple that we didn't get to. Clear Tax View and Creative Cards by WIG Designs. Thank you for supporting Stainer Hitmen, Pink in the Rink.
Well, you were going over sponsors there, Jim. Stainer's on the attack. They've regained possession. Mather's dished it down low. It's up top to number 6, Ethan Dimitrov. Dimitrov with a shot on goal. We've got a loose ball. Eaten up by Brampton. Brampton into the corner in their own zone. Ball's worked free. Regained by Brampton. Brampton number 22, James Larod. Brother of Anthony Larod, I'm guessing. Could be a cousin, in all fairness. It is
Well, in
U22.
yeah, in lacrosse, you never know. It's a cousin or a brother.
But I guess, unlike all teams, brother connections run deep.
They do, especially on this Hitman team. But
We've still got Hitmen in possession. There was a reset. Loose ball into the feet. That's Boileau up top. Boileau gets it down to the crease.
oh,
We got it behind the back by, was that Mathers again?
it was Mathers.
Mathers again, dangerous with that behind the back. Just about took the goalie out of his jockstrap.
Mathers and Boileau have got some nice chemistry on the floor together.
There's Boileau picking up the rebound. Oh, he takes a heck of a hit coming into the house.
He's not fazed by that at all.
Not phased one bit, which is what you ask for. If you're going to go in there, you're going to get hit eventually. Those dirty areas are going to add up. But that's where the good goals come from. We've got a illegal body contact possession call, so we're going to have a Brampton ball.
Really unnecessary. As a coach, those little mistakes just frustrate you.
Brampton getting set up here on the offense, trying to work it down low.
High sticking
Got a high
call
sticking
now.
call on Brampton. A little bit of Grabopoulos didn't like that he was being given the business on the by the defensive player, so he must have retaliated.
You gotta suck that up though. You can't take a penalty when your team has got the ball and you got that goalie moving, especially a 2-2 game.
Yeah, that's a tough one to take. So we're going to have a LeMay ball possession. He puts it down low to Mathers. Mathers brings it up, carries it up. He's looking for Greer down on the crease. Boileau, cross crease for LeMay. Datters is equal to the task, though, expecting that cross crease. Stefan for Brampton, bringing the ball up, shorthanded. Not afraid to run it now. Runs into 5 Stainer players and still holding on to the ball.
And draws a penalty.
Now he's drawing the penalty.
Refs could actually call 2 there.
Still holding on to the ball. We got to, finally he loses possession. We're going to get a high sticking call.
What a run by Stefan though.
Did not want to go down easy, that's for sure.
He's got one of the 2 Brampton goals. That nice snipe earlier. But he's showing he's a tough player too.
Well, you can just see the change of pace he has to his game. The first goal for him, he walked the ball up the floor and methodically set it up.
There was nothing methodical about that last
one,
play.
he was not having any chances. He was going to the net heck or high water. So we're going to have a 4-on-4 situation here for half a minute.
Good save by Elder.
Elders with the save. We're going to keep Brampton ball. Number 6, Nathan Dunn, who has a goal.
Oh.
He loads up and fires again.
So that's 2 goals from the top, fairly deep out. Stainer's got to adjust to that. Obviously, Elder's struggling a bit seeing the ball from far out. The D's got to adjust there.
I imagine Coach Blackmere will be having a few words with the boys about that.
I think so.
That's not a calling card of his. Mathers on the draw, gets it to LeMay. LeMay works his way in. We're going to get some fresh legs on the Stainer bench. Stainer down, shorthanded for another minute. So we'll see.
I'm wondering if LeMay is the brother of Cooper LeMay, who was a very solid junior player, just old enough to be an older brother.
That's number 2, Stefan, back on the floor for Brampton. He works it to number 4, Anthony Larod, and Larod just buries one in the far corner.
Brampton goal scored unassisted by number 6, Nathan Dunn, counting the goal 8:57.
So we got a Brampton goal here to spread it to a 4-2 game.
The mood in this arena has just changed dramatically. We were so loud in the first period, and now a couple of timely Brampton goals has silenced this huge Stainer crowd.
Mr. Momentum has changed his address by the looks of it.
He went down south.
So we're going to have a Stefan Greer face-off. That should be a Stainer ball. Brampton was in first.
Referee's going to discuss it. Brian Beazle seemed to see something different than Greg Fansett.
We're going to be doing a redraw. Greg is our referee-in-chief, so it's not rare for him to ever make that mistake.
Well, and Greg, in the field game, has reffed at an extremely high level. I believe he's done world championships. You're not going to get much better refereeing than you get from Greg Fansett.
Well, we're going to have a redraw here, and it appears we're going to have the same result. To me, that's a Stainer ball. The ball had not come out, and Brampton's in.
You're seeing the same thing as I am.
So I'm not quite sure how we don't have a call on that. But
I think if I was Black Mirror below on the bench, I'd be asking to speak to the referees about those draws.
That to me, being a former faceoff guy at one point in my career, that's what you hope for. That guy to come in early.
Beautiful pass.
So we got Hitmen on the attack. That's Johnny Greer again down low with the ball. He's dropped it, lost it into the crease. We're gonna have an extra shot, no call. That is Brampton bringing the ball up. Attacked by two Stainer players right off the hop. Still makes it through. Dumped off. Oh, big save by Nick Elders. Close that gap.
Elder needed that save.
Although there's not much he could do on that one. Left out to dry by his defense.
Oh, absolutely.
3-on-1.
But when you've let a couple in, you want to make that big save, get the crowd cheering again.
Elders again with another save.
I really like Johnny Greer.
Extracurriculars in the corners. Taken down with a bit of a high stick, so he retaliated with a bit of a sumo wrestle. Although, based on the games I've seen this year and for us in senior, the belly-to-back suplex is a legal maneuver, apparently, according to certain referees.
Just depends which referees you draw.
So, in all fairness, it's open to interpretation. We're going to have a Stainer ball. Elders out. Dumps a little behind the back to Boileau. Boileau over to Mathers. Mathers works his way down low. Mathers meets two Brampton guys. Gets a little help on the pick. Back to Mathers. Mathers looking for Boileau. Boileau wasn't home. Not quite sure who that was on the shot, but it looked like fielding. Starting to see a few more names come up on the offense for the Hitmen. Must be trying a few things out.
Well, I think you have to at this point.
Beautiful shot by Brampton. Working that free spot.
Stepping, looking for that big shot.
Another shot clock violation coming up here on Brampton. Oh, no, we're going to get a shot on goal, so we'll have a Stainer ball. Mathers dumps it down for 99 Knight. 99 Knight throws it away. Brampton back in. So we'll have a Stainer ball on the offensive zone.
It's a good call. Stainer's got to show a little bit more patience with those passes. You either make it right away or move the ball up the floor, but that was just a waste. They got kind of lucky with the back in.
4 minutes to go here. Offensive zone, Boileau looking for Lemflame. LeMay into the corner with possession, works his way free. We've got a call for a moving pick on the play, so we'll have a Brampton Excelsior's offensive ball. The defensive unit comes out for the Hitmen.
Going to give a water break to the goalies here. And if you're enjoying this broadcast, make sure you subscribe to Fedora Films on YouTube. They bring you great videos from all kinds of sports, hockey, lacrosse, and more. Just hit the subscribe button underneath your screen right now on YouTube. That's Fedora Films. And thank you so much, the Stainer Hitmen, for organizing this incredible event and inviting us at Fedora Films to be here tonight.
we're going to see a change in the Brampton goal. Kayla Kondo will come on to finish the game for Brampton. And it was Brampton that called the timeout.
I thought it was a water break, so
Nope.
that's obviously a timeout to get the goalie in. I absolutely love, as someone who coaches in girls box, I love to see female players getting a shot in U22. It's pretty rare, so I'm interested to see what Kayla Kondo can do in net here.
Speaking of that, we had a tournament. We have our usual spring Hitmen showdown. We actually had several ladies feature in the U22 division this year
That's
at that
awesome.
tournament.
That's fantastic. You know, it's been a rebuilding year in girls box. There weren't as many U22 teams. I'm so glad that some of those young women were able to find opportunities in open U22.
We've got a Brampton offense possession. That's number 6, Nathan Dunn, who's looking for the hat trick. He just got his own boy in the back of the head there by the looks of it.
Yeah, Campbell Dove's wondering what he did to tick off his line mate.
His helmet's undone, so he's got to go off. We're going to have a shot clock violation here coming up. Blackmere for the Hitmen, bringing it up. He'll dump it off for Goodfellow. Goodfellow can't handle the pass. It's going to become a Brampton ball. Oh. We're going to have...
It's going to be Stainer ball.
How are we having a Stainer?
No, they're changing their mind.
Mr. Beazle having a case of the sometimers.
Yeah, maybe he's just not used to Stainer being in pink.
So we're going to have a Brampton ball on the loose ball foul.
But yeah, that was another turnover, though, caused by a really rushed, poor play coming out of the Stainer end.
Number 6, Nathan Dune, having a hold of that
Beautiful
ball.
pass.
19. Kay Constantino.
A little too fancy with the shot, though.
Needing the big shot. We're going to have a shot clock violation.
Stainer really struggling on the long change this period.
It's always a difficult one for teams.
Absolutely.
Especially in the Stainer Arena with how low those doors are.
Yeah.
You're already free and clear. Stainer ball into the offensive zone. Shot on goal is going to go up into the netting, so we're going to have a Brampton ball. Minute and a half here to go in the second period. These periods are just clicking by.
It's been fast-paced action. It's 4-2 Brampton.
Brampton with the ball. That's number 12, Kevin Ellis. He dishes it over.
Blackmere is going to be going back to the box.
17 with a big shot. Campbell Dove off the post. We're going to have another Brampton power play here.
McGuire Blackmere, face-off specialist for the Hitmen and a leader on this team, but that's his second penalty this period, and when you're down by 2 goals, that's not where you want your captain to be.
He is listed as team captain. That is a difficult one.
But he does have a sweet mullet, Mitch.
He
Probably
does.
the best in the game.
Got to get that playoff mullet ready. Mathers with a shorthanded breakaway.
Oh,
Unable to get the shot on goal. Kondo with the save. Mathers again, wide open up front. Works his way free. Kondo with the save again. We're going to have a Brampton ball here with 6 seconds to tick off. And they're just going to wisely let it just run out.
so our score at the end of the second period, Brampton 4, Stainer 2. We'll be back with the third period in just a minute. Back, third period action on Fedora Films. Stainer Hitmen Pink in the Rink night. This is game 2 of an awesome double header, Mitch. U13's victorious in a thrilling game earlier, but the hometown heroes are down by 2. Their backs are against the walls. We head into the third period. How does Stainer change the momentum?
Well, they got to score early. They're down on a power play or on a penalty kill to start the third period. You got to get one early.
Early goal, but I think they also have to have far cleaner breakout plays. They've really struggled moving the ball out of their end. Brampton's not pressing them hard. There's no reason why they should be throwing the ball away so much. They've got some talented shooters. They've got some guys who can move the ball, but the transition game has really killed them, especially in the second period.
Well, I expect you'll see a heavy dose of some offensive players coming over the boards for the Hitmen. I know a few of them can go 2 ways, so I expect you'll see Coach Blackmere shorten that bench and utilize that skill set.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of Mather, who's been probably the overall best player for the Hitmen. And I'd watch for Johnny Greer. He's been the impact player of this game. Those are the 2 Stainer goal scorers.
Not to mention, we haven't even seen Quinn Boylo bury one yet. He's been around the net, so.
He's had some sniffs, but he's not been able to get off the shots he wants. His speed, though, is going to be effective in the third period as Brampton players wear down a bit. The heat starts to affect them. That's where a speedy guy like Boileau can really take advantage of a big lumbering D guy.
Shall be interesting to see. Do we get a clean draw on this one?
I wouldn't count on it.
So we're going to have Mathers versus Stefan to start the third period. Stefan with the clean draw.
Wow.
Clearly, talking to the ref there at the end of the period, he figured out where he was.
I guess so. Yeah.
Where he was at an issue.
You'd think a Hall of Famer like Brian Beasel would know how to call a face-off.
You'd think. You know, he only coaches that in the NLL. So we've got Brampton on the power play. We're going to have a loose ball foul. Mathers with possession. Mathers all by himself. Gets LeMay, can't hit him with the pass. Once again, crucial right there. Yeah. Stainer is not making their passes this evening, and it's cost them. Constantino for Brampton. Brampton working it down low, number 10, Jessen Gabani. Gabani back up to Constantino. Constantino sliding his way down low. Looking for that open man, number 10, Gabani. Gabani with the long shot, steered away by Ehlers. Still loose in the Hitman zone. We have a reset.
Greer throwing the body again.
Yeah, there's not much from the Brampton bench to argue. The guy clearly turned himself into the back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely the right call by Beasel and fans to not make a call there.
We got a face mask violation on the Hitman goaltender, so we'll have a ball coming out of the crease. Of course, that silly rule of minor face mask, you got to go all the way back to the crease to start the ball.
So a funny story. Earlier in the year, our team was in a tournament, and we had a couple of NLL refs reffing the game, but it took them about a period and a half before they remembered about the face mask rules. So
that's service for Hitman. Boileau trying to work his way to the front, gets hit pretty hard, stays down for a second, but I don't think it's too off worse for wear. Probably just getting himself a little amped back up.
Stainer really high in the zone.
Talsma can't really work his way down low. Brampton stingy on the defense. Andrews back up. Trying to roll one into the net. No such luck.
Stainer's got to set up in the house. Like, they are just playing way too far out to get many chances.
Number 6 for Brampton brings the ball up, Nathan Dune. He's got 2 on the evening already, looking for number 3. Switches hands, puts it wide. It's going to come all the way back to the Brampton end. Constantino goes back for it. Gives his goalie a hug in the process because, you know, that's a good teammate right there. Brings the play back up, Constantino. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Number 6, Nathan Dune into the corner. Can't handle the pass. Wastes one from the corner. Nick Elders squeezes it. Although, I got to say, it must be a Brampton thing. They always put their goalie in the opposite jersey.
Yeah, it's straight. We were talking about that with our producer, Joe, earlier. It's an odd thing. And
that's a heads-up play.
Yeah, I love it. That's what our goalie does. You know, if you can get the whistle by headbutting the ball, why the heck wouldn't you?
That's great heads-up play. So, number 2, Stefan, holding the ball for Brampton. Gets set free on a pick by number 12, Elias.
Nice move.
Gets in. Elders steps out, takes that yard sale away from him. Got a tripping call coming up to number 2.
That's a tough penalty for Brampton. Stefan's been their best player by a long shot.
He knew he was beaten. He took the dive. Unfortunate, but doesn't help when you're doing it right in front of the referee and chief.
And again, and this is the second time with Brampton where they've taken a penalty in the offensive zone, and I don't understand that. You got to have discipline. When you are a talented offensive player, and he undoubtedly is, you're going to get whacked. You're going to get beaten to some loose balls. You got to suck it up.
17, LeMay brings the ball in for Hitman. He dishes it to Boileau. Boileau looking for Johnny Greer, but ends up finding LeMay. Loose into the corner. Greer goes down to pick the ball up. Greer working his way back to the top. Sends it back to Boileau. 10 on the shot clock. Trying to go cross boards. 19, Constantino takes that out of service.
Your power play's got to be more effective than that. You've got to set some picks and create some space.
Almost a technical difficulty in the booth here.
My cat-like reflexes prevented disaster, though.
Jim saving the day. Johnny Greer in onto the offensive zone.
Great run. He's got to move that ball.
On the power play, we've got another penalty coming to Brampton. Johnny working his way back down.
But again, you know, Greer was working hard. No one came over to set a pick to spring him free. Oh.
Looking for that corner. Isn't that should be the end of the play? That was a shot.
Delayed reaction.
I was wondering what rules we were going to start playing by there for a second.
It's been an interesting game with some of these calls. So this is the game right here for Stainer. They've got to score on this.
2-man power play. But he's only 2-man for another 8 seconds here, so you gotta bury one.
Another weak pass.
Guys are just standing at the crease. You gotta be moving, guys.
Looked like a crease violation. It was a nice shot by Boileau.
There's our buddy
Stefan out of the box.
Yep. Looking for that long play. We're going to get a Brampton ball.
Yeah, I think it was a back in.
I thought he called a body contact violation, but.
Could be. I only have an obstructed view of that corner, so. Our replay booth has confirmed it was body contact.
Stefan's tying him up. And Johnny Greer is definitely going to be going to the box here. Got a little bit of an altercation down into the corner.
Yeah, Johnny may not be going by himself, though. But yeah, that's the type of player Johnny Greer is. He's high energy. He's trying to spark his team. You never want to see a dangerous or risky play. Referees perhaps left that area a little too soon. Looks like it'll just be Greer going to the box.
No, Steph. Oh, no, yeah, I guess they escorted him back to the bench. My bad. Well, we'll see what the referees have with their chat here.
7:39 to go here in the second of 2 games. Stainer Hitmen pink of the rink. You are watching the U22 Stainer Hitmen fighting back against the U22 Brampton Excelsiors on Fedora Films.
We've got a leadership committee meeting happening over on the Brampton side.
I think they're probably talking about Blackmer's mullet.
Well, I would hope so.
I would be.
You can only ask how much it costs.
Yeah. Well, you got to help a fellow lacrosse player out with their flow, you know.
Well, I'm sure he won't be the only one by the end of the provincials.
I think you can take that to the bank, Mitch. So this has been a huge success tonight. Several $1,000s have been raised for the Simcoe Muskoka Regional Cancer Program. The U22s on their own raised $535, and then they had 2 sponsors who matched that. So just
actually, their team managers.
Amazing, absolutely amazing, and I believe their team manager is also the president of Stainer Lacrosse. And like, what a commitment the Boileau family makes to lacrosse in this area. We're very lucky to have them. You know, I know Michelle. She doesn't just help out Stainer Lacrosse; she helps out lacrosse throughout Zone 4. And you know, the way she stepped up for the Cancer Society is incredible. So thank you to everyone who donated, who participated, who bought 50/50 tickets. You've made this night a huge success.
Oh, did you get a chance to check out the raffle table?
That's a sweet raffle table.
Woohoo!
So
there's some goodies to go tonight.
Yeah, and we don't have a full list of who donated prizes, but if you donated a prize to that raffle table tonight, thank you, because you've helped us raise even more money. So Brampton did get a penalty there. It's all sorted out now.
I guess you have to call the 4 and the 2, or just the 2 by itself.
Yeah.
I imagine if they called the 2 by itself, that might not go over so well.
No way. The Brampton coaches might have an issue with that.
So we're going to have a Brampton, I guess, well, technically.
Brampton's still shorthanded.
Somehow out of all of that, Brampton end up shorthanded.
Yeah, Brampton's going to be
and
shorthanded
Stainer ends
for
up killing a
40
4-minute
seconds.
penalty. So it'll be an interesting stretch down here. Goodfellow brings it up for Stainer. He dishes it over to Andrews. Andrews with Boileau. Boileau up top. Back to Andrews. Andrews breaks himself free. Shot on goal.
Nice save.
Kondo with the big save.
First time she's really been tested since coming in, and she did not disappoint.
Boileau with the shot wide. Recovered by Goodfellow. Goodfellow calling the shots. Boileau again shooting wide.
2 in a row. When you're one of the guys expected to score on the team, you've got to be hitting the net.
So we're going to play a little 4-on-4 here for a minute. Andrews looked like he was going to try to feed Mathers there, but Mathers shook him off. Mathers from up top.
Oh.
Waste of a pass.
And Talsma was in absolutely the right position for quick stick, but again, Stainer's passing has been their undoing.
Constantino brings it back up for Brampton. Got to think if you're Brampton, you're just trying to run out the clock at this point. And get through unscathed, no garbage.
The last thing you want is suspension, your final game before provincials.
Oh, we got a checking from behind penalty here.
Referee's going to discuss it, though. And, you know, we've been making some comments on the calls, but these are 2 experienced, excellent referees. We like to have a little bit of fun, but both these guys know what they're doing, and we're lucky to have seasoned officials like that for a game like this, for a game like this.
Oh, I know Beazle absolutely loves doing the U22s. They keep him young at heart. And Greg's just an overall great guy. He'll help out anywhere.
It's got to be weird for Greg, though. Yeah, most of the RICs in our zone are in their 20s, and Greg's probably been doing this for 20 years, so
Hey, it still counts.
it sure does.
20-something. So we're going to have a 5-on-3 for Brampton. Big save,
Big
by,
save
Elders.
by Elders.
Steffens fresh out of the box. Blackmere takes a solo effort.
On the wrong side of the floor, though.
At this point, I think he's just more looking to eat that clock. Maybe draw an offensive weapon. And he's done his job. He's gonna draw an offensive possession.
Fantastic
with a
work
reset.
by McGuire Blackmere.
They're gonna play 2 guys up, 1 guy back.
One thing you cannot question is the toughness of the Blackmere boys.
I do believe this is McGuire's last year of U22.
It is, and that was part of the motivation for his older brother Maverick to go on the bench, to have that opportunity to coach his brother that one time ever. So
Hunter Hall brings the ball up. Haven't heard that name too much tonight. Good fellow. Needing some time down in the corner. Goodfellow hasn't landed his signature big checks tonight. Usually expect to see him lay the body at least once or twice. Following up on his own rebound. Fighting for every loose ball.
Stainer's penalty kill has been excellent, but my question is, Mitch, have they left it too long to get the comeback?
I think it's starting to look that way. That time just keeps on ticking. And Brampton stays at that 4-2 advantage. Brampton's got the ball coming in on the offensive zone.
First Hitman player is back.
Number 10, Jesse Gabani down low. Looking for number 4, Anthony Larod, who has 1 goal on the evening already.
Team's now even strength.
We're all even, 3.5 to go here. Brampton with the ball down low. Number 12, Kevin Ilias with the shot that Elders turns aside.
All 3 goalies have been solid tonight.
Another turnover by Stainer on a non-needed pass. Brampton ball coming back in, 3 minutes to go. Constantino, quarterback in the offense. He's got a pick to get down low. Dumps it off to number 12, Elias, sorry. Elias
Solid loose
retains
ball.
it. Dumps it into the middle, no pass. Wasted into the corner again by Brampton. So we're gonna have a Brampton shot clock violation. We'll have a Hitman ball with 2:45 to go here. We're gonna have stop time for the last 3 minutes, so this should be interesting.
This is a huge possession for the Hitmen. They've got to set up their offense, and they've got to get one on this. They've not had nearly enough shots this period.
Andrews quarterbacking. Mathers, Boileau. Oh, you got Mathers up top. He beats his guy. He's got to hit the net there. We're going to have a Stainer reset. 2:22 to go. Mathers probably had the best chance of the last few minutes. And
Best chance of the period for the Hitmen. Great shot, great save.
Kondo with the save. Mathers with the recovery. We got a moving pick on Stainer, so we're going to have a Brampton ball with 2:08 to go.
That's a tough call to take. It's the right call, but that's tough for the Hitmen.
Constantino. Got some extracurriculars happening. Tausma. Taking 2 minutes here. That's going to pretty much do it for Stainer. Tausma's getting called for 2 minutes. Unnecessary penalty.
Yeah, in a period where you've been down for significant portions or playing 4-on-4, you simply can't afford that. Minute 38, and the U22's hopes of winning Pink in the Rink are quickly fading away, Mitch.
Yep. Brampton team, they were warned. They were coming in hot, and it appears they're peaking at the right time.
Yeah, and that's often the case with larger centers like Brampton. Junior season wraps up, maybe a couple players get reclassified, some guys get back from school and get into the mix, and they're showing they're a much, much stronger team than their record indicated.
Well, it's funny to be saying that, but already guys will be heading south.
Very soon. It's almost August.
Like the time stops for nobody. I mean, we'll be heading to Minto and Presidents, and before you know it, Brampton here with a minute and a half to go. Brampton, I imagine they're probably just trying to waste out the clock, get the reset. And they get the reset on a botched loose ball possession.
Yeah, that's been the story of the night for the U22s.
The Stainer Hitmen giving this game away. Last minute of play in the first period, or in the final period here. You know, it's one of those kind of games, and even the PA guys are already packing up.
But it's been an incredible night, Mitch. We've had all kinds of fun, raised some money for an important cause.
And it was nice to see pink balls.
Absolutely. Pink balls, pink jerseys. And timeout for the Hitmen. So thank you again to the Stainer Hitmen Minor Lacrosse Association for inviting us tonight. Again, if you've enjoyed this broadcast, make sure you subscribe to Fedora Films. Make sure you support many of the sponsors that we've been talking about. And if you got an opportunity over the next 2 weeks, OLA Minor Lacrosse Provincials are happening in Whitby. You'll see some of the best lacrosse anywhere. You've got A championships for U13 start up on Friday, I guess. You've got girls provincials during the week, U22 provincials, and then U17 where all the action is in the second weekend.
Not to mention the biggest thing happening, the NLL Showcase also happens to be this weekend for all those guys that missed the years of COVID.
And that's great, a great opportunity. The 2000s and the 99s, their junior careers ended without them even knowing. So for the NLL to give that opportunity, working with the OJLL, and let those players show their stuff, absolutely amazing.
It's going to be a great time. I know we've got the Crushers ourselves. We have 4 guys that'll be in that showcase. So we're looking forward to it.
Love to hear that. Those 99s and 2000s deserve
the 2000s for us.
Oh, nice opportunity.
Big save by Kondo. Mathers with the over the back. Steffens with the big play.
Steffen's been the best player in this game. Look at his speed.
He just seems to have no quit. And Brampton's just going to eat it out.
Brampton bench telling him to shoot on Kayla in the Brampton net.
Well, first they wanted stick tricks.
She seems pretty unimpressed with the idea. But congratulations to the Brampton Excelsiors. Thank you to all 4 teams for participating. Brampton Excelsiors, Stainer Hitmen, Orangeville Northmen. My name's Diamond Jim Lowe. Mitch Brock has been a hero on play-by-play. Thank you to our camera crew and to Joe, our producer. We're signing out from Stainer Hitmen, Pink in the Rink.